Alright, so I got the car in the garage. It's gonna be the first thing to go on the lift, and hopefully it doesn't fall, because that would really suck. But it's got a really bad vibration. I don't know if you can hear it or anything. It doesn't really make any noise, but the whole car shakes when I rev it past 2 grand. So I'm gonna take the transmission out of it, and I think it's probably a clutch issue or input shaft or something like that. I'm hoping that it's not anything super big, and Ram helped me out with this clutch a couple months ago, so hopefully they'll help me out again with it if the clutch is bad. But I did get that T56 for it over there, so next time you come back to this thing, it's gonna have a 6-speed in it, and that'll be pretty sweet because I rev this thing to 8,200, and the TKO just does not like that at all. So we'll get around to doing that tonight. Hopefully I can get the transmission pulled and figure out what's wrong, so I can order some parts and have them here for the weekend or next week. We'll see. Alright, so the car is all ready on the lift. I just cycled it up and down because I realized my first time going all the way up and all the way down with it probably shouldn't be with the car on it. Sometimes I think good things. We'll see. Moment of truth. A little crooked. Probably need to tighten that side up a little bit. It's not ideal right now. It did go up nice and straight before without weight on it, but everything's on there correctly, and I'll probably just sit it on the locks. That way I can get this transmission out tonight, and tomorrow I will fix this lift. Oh yeah, that's perfect. The hood doesn't even hit that bar, which I thought was going to be a big problem, but it just doesn't touch it. It's like super close. I have a fucking car on a lift at my house. Let me tell you, this has been a long time coming, and working on stuff without a lift as much as I do really sucks, and this has been like one of my goals for a long time, and so I'm super excited about this, and hopefully this will give me more motivation to do more cool shit and build more cool shit, because that's basically all I want to do. I want you guys to watch me be stupid and build stuff. That way I can just do that all day and not go to work. It's probably just a dream that's never going to come true, but that's my end goal right now, is to build some stuff. I actually let the car down on the locks, and it was still crooked because I think it's just that these lift arms are bowing because I have this guy like all the way out, and the lift's pretty old. It's like a 25-year-old lift. That good old American-made product. Anyway, so I figured I'd go over my plan of attack for doing this transmission. We're going to have to pull this X pipe out right here. We can leave the tailpipes in, pull the drive shaft. We'll pull this bell out, the cross member right here. We'll just pull the 4 bolts out. And then I got to pull the shifter from inside the car, which I should have did that already, but I really just wanted to make sure that the lift worked. And I got a harness to unplug. And then there's only 4 bolts here for this Tremec to take out. It's actually not that bad of a job. Back when I only worked on cars, I could do one in about 45 minutes, which isn't that great, but I was also like 16. So I'll have a little bit of nectar of the gods here, and we'll get to work. Alright, so we're here, and I'm about 45 minutes into this, and transmission's ready to come out. So this is a lot easier than like a regular one because the Tremec actually separates from the bell housing, so I don't gotta get all the bell housing bolts off, and hopefully I can see what's wrong with it without pulling the bell housing, because I'm not gonna get to that today. But it's ready to take out. I've got my work shoes on, and I haven't done one of these up on a lift in a while, so it's probably going to be a huge shit show because they're pretty heavy, and I pulled my back this morning, so hopefully I don't drop it on my big toe and cut my toe off, because that would be real shitty. But here we go, moment of truth. Hopefully whatever's broken is right in my face and I can just fix it real quick. So here we go. This actually wasn't that bad to take out, besides the fact that the damn wideband got caught on this little ear right here. So I had to fight that. Besides that, I'm so happy I got this lift. This is my first time doing anything on it. I don't know if I already said that, but I just got this thing done and it's great. But so at first glance everything looks okay. I broke the ear off the transmission, but that wouldn't be because of a like that shouldn't cause a vibration. There's a little bit of play in the input shaft, but I think that's normal. It's not like dragging, so I really don't think that that's it, because there's no in and out play, and it spins fine, and it doesn't make any noise or chatter or anything, which it didn't. And then you look in here, I'll get my phone out, and at first glance everything looks fine in there too, but I was looking at it a little bit more, and I don't know if you can see this, but inside that hole, see the clutch material? It's almost like the clutch material is falling apart. So I'm gonna get this transmission out of here and get the car back on the ground, and I'm gonna start it and rev it. So if I start it and rev it and it makes the same vibration, I know that it has to do with the clutch, which you can see everything is tight and I'm pulling on it. It's not like the flywheel came loose or anything crazy like that. All the bolts feel tight around the pressure plate. I checked the throwout bearing already. The throwout bearing's good. The thing is, I don't feel like any material on the bottom of this bell housing, which if it blew apart you'd feel that, but that clutch does not look right in there, so we'll start it and see what happens. Alright, so there's no transmission in it, there's no way for anything to turn. I don't have the wideband hooked up, so it's probably gonna run like shit, and the clutch isn't hooked up, which that's good because you don't want to press the clutch with no input shaft in there. So let's see what happens. It's gonna be loud as Alright, so it's super late. I'm not going to keep running this thing because my neighbors like to bitch at me. I wonder why. And it doesn't seem like it has a vibration though, so that's weird. I'm going to pull everything else apart tomorrow. I guess I won't order anything else. I might have to tear that Tremec down and take a look at it and fix whatever's wrong with it before I sell it. But if the clutch isn't bad or anything, that's pretty good, because that means whenever I get my new blow shield, I can put the new transmission in, because I should have everything I need, hopefully. So that's it for tonight. We'll get back after it. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I'm going to be having more updates of the build and everything.
So make sure you hit the subscribe button and leave any comments because I'd love to hear your feedback.